Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I'm about to show you something pretty cool, which you may or may not decide to use. Now, this isn't foolproof, meaning you probably have to experiment with it a little bit, but it is something to think about if you are ever fighting if you're ever fighting Antlion with Wendy and Abigail. Now, Antlion, for all you know, actually spawns in the Oasis. Of course, never spawns out here. But for the sake of the video, I went through the process of actually going through and making sure that it spawns out here by forcing it in just to showcase it a little bit differently. If you are in the Oasis and it is summertime, you will have to go through and kill the Antlion unless you appease it. Otherwise, it's going to cause craters everywhere. So not the most ideal situation in a summer base that you might not want to have destroyed. Okay, well, what do you do in order to stop it? You can obviously appease the Antlion, or you can fight the Antlion. And that is exactly what we're about to do. I've showcased a few videos on how to do each of the other things, so if you want to follow that, you can on my actual YouTube channel. But if you want to go through the process of not even laying one finger on the Antlion, but trying to kill it, there is an alternate route to doing this. And this is something that is actually kind of cool. I'm going to give myself some logs here so I can just go like this, give myself some logs. I'm going to fill up our little fire pits, and we're going to get started on the fight. So normally, in order to actually trigger the Antlion, you do your normal thing, get an endothermic fire pit or a fridge, put our thermal stones in there, get it nice and chilly, and then of course you can take your thermal stones, feed it to the Antlion, rinse and repeat, and that is how you get your Antlion to get frozen and go, uh-oh, and that's when your Antlion is ready to get attacked. At this point, what you're going to do, release Abigail, make sure Abigail is attacking, and you basically let Abigail do all the work. From here on out, you're going to sit just outside of the range, because if you go too far, Abigail will get a little bit annoyed and try to follow you instead of actually what needs to be done. As you can see right now, Abigail is actually now no longer targeting the Antlion. So this is what you're probably going to need to do. Consistently run back and forth to where Abigail is targeting the Antlion and not actually focusing on where you are, and the Antlion will keep trying to attack Abigail with said sand spikes, which may or may not continue to happen. Keep in mind, this is not something that you're going to want to do to start and finish the fight. This is something that you're going to want to do maybe near the end. If you are getting hit a lot or whatever, you can actually finish off the attack with basically Abigail doing what is happening right now. Abigail cannot get hit by the spikes or get targeted at all, and that is why Abigail is not getting hit and still at 100% HP, with basically just slowly diminishing the Antlion's HP. Now, if Abigail was buffed up at all, or if Abigail had a little bit of a few potions, well, guess what? We're now even better stance where actually Abigail's doing more damage, but for the sake of this video, I just left Abigail pretty neutral without any buffs. So, pretty awesome, right? And then from here, all you're really doing is just making sure that you're not getting hit by any type of spikes by just slowly walking around within the vicinity, and Abigail will not move anywhere, which means the Antlion cannot go and heal from eating rocks, which Antlion usually does when there's a small amount of time in between somebody's attack. So we've already taken off almost 2,000 HP from the Antlion, which is pretty amazing, just by letting Abigail do all the work. So like I said, this is something that you don't really want to do consistently, but it is something that you can do. You just got to let Abigail do all the work. Now, if you're in the Oasis, well, this is a different story. As a sandstorm is going to be around and approaching you, you can still actually avoid getting hit by the sand spikes on the outside by just slowly walking around. Although it will be a little bit more of a trouble, just because, of course, the sandstorm is hard to actually get through. It might not be the best to actually do it, but at the very least, you will not be cornered in the very middle around the sandcastles that are going to surround you. So if you just keep doing this, eventually your Abigail will do all the work, killing the Antlion, and you're pretty much golden. And that is it. This is why Abigail is probably one of the craziest little companions to have, and this is why Wendy continues to be one of the top tier characters in Don't Starve Together. So yeah, if you have any other cool tricks that you want me to showcase about Abigail, feel free to let me know, as I'm always trying to find new different things to kind of show off and go from there. But thank you again for watching. I will see you in the next video, and soon this Antlion will no longer be able to stand up to Abigail anymore, as we're going to be showcasing more cool tricks with Abigail. That's just the start against the Antlion. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.